Joining me now is Keri Kazz, the District Manager of Escape Room Zone and Azra Haunted House. With us on the MegaCast, Carrie, thank you for being with us today.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Appreciate having you on. So Escape Room Zone has locations in many places here in southeastern Michigan and in mid-Michigan as well. Farmington, Madison Heights, Waterford, Canton, Chesterfield, and Battle Creek. Visitors can come in also in the Farmington and Madison Heights location, and as you say on your website, destroy everything in sight in one of your rage rooms. It's a trend that's picking up all throughout the U.S. and around the world, certainly here in Metro Detroit. For those that are not familiar with the term rage room or the concept of a rage room, what is it and what can they expect to experience if they decide to go to your rage rooms, either in Farmington or in Madison Heights?
So with the Rage Room, it's a 20-minute smashing therapy session. Essentially, you come in, we do a little bit of safety briefing. You pick a playlist of 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes long. We suit you up in all the safety gear. We have like these Civic painter suits, goggles, gloves, booties, all that good stuff. We put you in a room that's roughly 15 by 15 with a bunch of breakable items, 20 to 25 admission price, and give you a baseball bat, crowbar, sledgehammer, and you basically do what you think you're going to do. You smash everything in sight. It's a good time.
So what are some of people's favorite items to smash? Because I would imagine, like you said, you have all these different tools that they can use to smash things with, but there's also all these different smashable items as well. What do people usually go to as their go-to items to start off with?
You know, if you've never like frisbeed a plate at the wall, you're missing out in life. All the bins that you get are randomized by the day, so you never really know what you're going to get in there. Ceramic dishes. I see a lot of people bring in their own stuff, as well as, you know, the stuff that we give you. A lot of printers come through my doors. A lot of fax machines. I don't know if they're watching Office Space. Remember that movie? Yeah. I don't really know what they're thinking with that. I see a toilet from time to time. That seems to be, you know, putting a sledgehammer through a toilet. Everyone should do that once, you know.
Yeah, that's. I'm sure there's plenty of interesting things that people will continue to bring in, and will continue to want to smash over there at your escape room zone in both Farmington and Madison Heights, where you also have this rage room. So you mentioned that they are roughly 20-minute sessions. I would imagine it's a lot of cleanup for your staff as well. So are these sessions usually back to back, or how much separation is there between these sessions that people are signing up for?
So they run every 30 minutes. Saturdays are the most popular days, so we're running from 12 noon to midnight. They're every 30 minutes, and I got 4 rooms here at Madison Heights, 3 rooms at Farmington, and they're running back to back. So, I mean, you figure I can have 2 players per rage room per 30 minutes. That's 8 players that are coming through our door every 30 minutes. That's a lot of consumables. It's a lot of glass to sweep up, but I mean, our staff is trained. It usually, honestly, it only takes about 5-10 minutes of a turnaround. So as one of our safety instructors is briefed the next group, the other group is getting cleaned up, or the other room rather, is getting cleaned up and prepped and ready to go. It's pretty streamlined.
We're joined by Keri Kazz, the District Manager at Escape Room Zone and Azra Haunted House. You can learn more information by visiting their website at escaperoom-zone.com. That is escaperoom-zone.com to learn more about booking a room at any of their locations, including those rage rooms over at the Farmington and Madison Heights locations, as well as mobile escape experiences, team building experiences, and more. All of that on their website, escaperoom-zone.com, to learn more information. So you mentioned that this is kind of like a therapeutic session for people. People go in there, of course, to release some of that pent-up rage that they get from daily life, and maybe even some of that rage they have for certain items in their home or in their office that have malfunctioned for the final time. What have you heard about the psychology behind some of these rage rooms, including the ones that you have in your 2 locations, but that are also becoming, for lack of better terms, all the rage all throughout the U.S.?
So, I mean, originally this trend started in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles many, many years ago. We were one of the first to bring it to Michigan. When we all got together and decided to do a rage room, it was more like a novelty attraction, if you will, where now, like growing the rage concept here in Metro Detroit, I didn't really see the psychology, honestly, at first. But now when you meet these people, you meet people with different personal issues at home, whether it be a loss in the family, marital issues, things that are just going on in the local community. You see people leave the doors here in the rage room, and you just see the expression change on their face. They really needed it. And it's something we're still trying to develop and trying to better that experience. And then you've got the mom and dad who want to bring their kid out for just a Saturday novelty activity. And, the number one thing I see in the rage rooms is people will go, I'm not angry. I don't need that. And then they get in there 20 minutes later, they're even happier than a clam. I didn't know I needed that was the number one phrase I hear. And it's so shocking to see how many people will the next week come back and do another session. Next day, I've had a guy, several gentlemen and ladies call me 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Hey, I need a session right now. We need to do this. And it's bizarre, but I'm glad that we've got it and we're helping people.
And so when the items are broken and after those sessions are complete, where do they go from there? Because some of them, as you mentioned, they're technological items. Some of them are other household items, such as even toilets. And so some of them, there's obviously going to be some sanitary implications. There may be some environmental implications. And a lot of these things you have to have special procedures to throw out, even when you're not smashing them. So what process do you go through after the fact to make sure that these items are being are being disposed of properly?
So it's amazing for a 20-minute session, the amount of prep that it takes and the amount of after math, if you will, it takes, like you're saying, with the disposal is crazy. I've got a team of guys who just go and find all the stuff for me. Afterwards, because it's such a variety of stuff, my team goes through and we divide everything. We recycle what can be recycled. A lot of the electronics, if they can get recycled, sometimes it's filled in with the ceramics and glass. So it's just kind of a combined. I work with the city closely here, and a trash removal company. They help me out with the stuff that can't be salvaged, can't be recycled. But we do our best to basically break everything apart. If we can keep electronics and ceramics, glass apart, we do what we can. But everything's properly disposed of afterwards. That way everybody wins.
We're joined by Keri Kazz, the district manager of Escape Room Zone and Azra Haunted House, joining us on the MegaCast again. More information on their website at escaperoom-zone.com. That is escaperoom-zone.com. And so you mentioned safety, of course, being a critical element of this, both before, during, and after the Rage Room experience. For those that are preparing for their appointment at one of your Rage Rooms, either in Farmington or in Madison Heights, what should they be wearing? What should they do to prepare themselves so that they're putting themselves in the safest position possible, on top of the training and instructions that are provided by your company?
So what to wear? Wear something breathable, flexible. You're in these Tyvek-y painter suits, kind of like hazmat suits they look like. And those babies don't breathe, man. They get so hot, you get so sweaty. So be comfortable, be flexible. You're gonna be swinging a baseball bat. Think like you're going to the gym. I see a lot of people come through the doors wearing open-toed footwear. Why they think that's a good idea in a rage room, I don't know. So obviously, protect yourself. There will be glass flying at high velocity in the room. We give you as much safety gear. We never, knock on wood, we never see any accidents here. We're pretty on top of the safety. But do that due diligence before you arrive and make sure you're wearing breathable, flexible, comfortable clothing.
So on top of course, the Rage Rooms at your two locations in Madison Heights and in Farmington, of course, you have many escape room experiences as well, and Escape Room Zone at all those locations. Can you tell us about some of the different escape room experiences that people can expect to experience across all the different locations of Escape Room Zone?
Yeah, so one of the coolest things about Escape Room Zone, obviously we've got multiple, as you were talking, Tyler, we've got multiple facilities. A lot of other escape room companies that you see, they might have 5 or 6 rooms that they've created and they repeat through all their locations. All 6 of our stores, all 29 of our rooms, except for one, which I'll talk about in a second, they're all completely different games. We've got something for the young and young at heart, mom, dad, grandpa, date night. I've got anything from Enchanted Forest. Think of like Indiana Jones, if you remember that show, Legends of the Hidden Temple from when we were kids. Think of that combined. That's Mystical Forest. That's probably the thunder you hear in the background at my Madison Heights store. Farmington, I've got stuff called Zombie Bomb, Meltdown, which is all based around the Fallout series if you play video games, where you have to find your Pip-Boy and you go through the wasteland. Things from classic horror to fairy tale, fantasy, Alcatraz, where you're locked in a prison. And then the only one that the theme kind of repeats is our bank heist, but it's 2 different bank facilities, 2 different stores. Same theme. I mean, you're robbing a bank. Who doesn't want to rob a bank? But they're 2 completely different games. So, I mean, you could go through. We'll keep you busy for a while with 29 different games.
What's interesting, too, is on top of your several different locations throughout the state of Michigan for Escape Room Zone, Zone. You also have mobile escapes as well. Tell us about that experience, how that differs from the escape room experience at one of your brick and mortar locations, and how people can get access to some of these mobile escapes.
Yeah, so we've got 2 different mobile escapes that we're running right now. Secret to the Pharaoh Tomb, which what's cool about the mobile escape in general, before I get really into the themes, is they're customizable on times. They're customizable on size. They're literally just a tent that we pop up. The wall panels on the tent are all custom printed, custom themed. We bring electronic props, as you would see in one of the brick and mortar stores. And I can do a 5-minute game. I can do a 10-minute game. I can do a 30-minute game. I can do an hour game. They comfortably hold up to about 10 players. And depending, we see them for like rad parties, senior all-night parties. I've done a couple weddings with them. So a variety of things where people would want to have the escape come to them. My other game is more like a zombie apocalypse game I've got, where you're trying to find the cure. You found the last known science tent, if you will, and you have to ingest the cure to defeat the zombie apocalypse. That one's a little bit smaller, still all custom themed. It's a cool game, depending what, if you want more of a family friendly game. If Halloween, the zombie one obviously goes out a bunch. All the information on dates that it's available, because it does book up quickly, pricing, all that stuff, you go on our website, like you said, escaperoom-zone.com, check everything out from there. I've got pictures, I got videos if you Google it on YouTube, all that good stuff.
Again, the website, escaperoom-zone.com. You can also call to book your mobile escape experience or ask any questions you may have by calling 734-355-9900. That's 734-355-9900. And again, the website, escaperoom-zone.com/mobile-escapes. We're joined by Keri Kazz, the district manager of Escape Room Zone and Azra Haunted House, joining us on the MegaCast. And Carrie, our producer here, the king of television himself, Larry Nyland, has told me you're also a magician and an illusionist. Can you tell us about your magic? And then I also, to understand, you have a presentation for us.
Yeah. I was talking with Larry. He reached out via email. He's like, "Are you the same Carrie that's also a magician, illusionist?" I go, "Yeah, that's me." So I mean, the magic, virtually toured 39 different countries. Was part of one of the largest tour and illusion shows by Guinness Book. Did that, my early teens and 20s. And, when you do that for a billion years, you're like, I don't want to. When you wake up every night and you're in a different hotel and you have no idea where you're at, you're like, no, I want to go home, man. I just want to relax and have a life. So that's when I joined up with Escape Room Zone. And, I've gotten to use a lot of my magical know-how, my special effects know-how to be implemented in the games. And, magic as a whole, it's a novelty art form, but it's all about the experience. I want to show you something. I want to convey a message. Same with escapes. When we transport you into one of these games, we want you to really feel like you are a lost item. We want you're running from a mummy. Dracula's right on top of you. So it's a good marriage hand in hand. And as far as presentation goes, Larry asked if I could do something. I said, yeah. Sure. I'm all about just regular things. If I bring out a deck of cards, Tyler, you might say, hey, that's a rigged deck of cards. If I bring out a big box and put a beautiful lady in it, paper towel. You can't get more, regular Joe Schmo than a piece of paper towel. I'll try to do this in frame here. I haven't done this on a screen in a while. We'll take the paper towel, and then paper towel's natural enemy, fire.
Of course.
Kids at home, don't try this at home.
Right.
Go to your neighbor's house.
That's what I usually do, yes.
Do this right in front of your eyes here, because if we did it behind your eyes, that's where their head. Watch closely. Goes away.
Oh.
Never happened.
Well.
Easy peasy.
Very nice.
So simple stuff like that. And it's, like I was saying, we try to bring that same type of wonderment, experience, joy into the games. And, it's a beautiful marriage between my magic and the escapes.
Carrie, anything else for us today that you'd like our audience to learn about Escape Room Zone or about the Azra Haunted House before we let you go?
A lot of people are still new to the escape experience. Come on out, try it for yourself. Tyler, I'd love to have you come do a rage room. I'll get with Larry. We'll sync it up. Come try it. Let everybody know on your experience what you thought of it. If anybody has anything, visit the website. And I really look forward to seeing you guys at one of the stores.
Yeah, we have a good time over here at our flagship station at Civic Center TV, destroying cardboard boxes as a little bit of a mini rage room experience before we, of course, dispose of them in one of the dumpsters out back. So I'm sure we'd very much enjoy one of the rage room experiences.
Everybody, come on over. Larry's got my email. Set it up. Let's come on over. Let's have a good time.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, Gary.
Thank you for having me, guys.